What up, what up, what up, what up? Left Lane Hip Hop, yo, I'm back. Yo, I'm only back for a quick minute, right? I didn't even put a whole lot of thought into this or nothing, but me and my brother was just talking. I'm downstairs making something to eat. And me and my brother on the jack talking, we, cause this battle rap thing with Jae Millz, I can't even really throw a verb in it right now. Just Jae Millz is just got everything lit, and me and him was having a conversation because I actually really believe that a verb has the tools to beat Millz. I think a verb is a better lyricist than Jae Millz. Excuse me. I'll argue that with anybody. If anybody believes that Jae Millz is a better lyricist than a verb, then I would like to hear the argument. The only thing I can say about that, though, is when you comparing lyricists, especially artists that's in the industry, that's put out records and got a lot of projects, you have to take that into consideration. But I'm gonna get to that. Let me just touch on a topic that me and my brother was discussing. Me and him was talking about Millz and how Millz dominated Goods. Maybe I even speak on that at some point. How he dominated Goods and how he dominated DNA. That song DNA Never Been Outside is I knocked that. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was in the grocery store. I didn't have my Bluetooth. So I'm sitting there playing it through my phone. And I'm walking through the store, grabbing stuff or whatever, and I'm playing through the store. I had an old head tell me, oh, I like that. I like that. That's some good music right there. That sounds good right there. You know what I'm saying? And that brings me to the argument me and my brother was having. He said that he felt like Millz cheated with the AI choruses. He felt like AI choruses is cheating, and that's what gave him the edge or the win with Goods and DNA. He feels like AI choruses is cheating. He don't feel like it's original and it's cheating, and it doesn't have any place in a battle. Now, a song is one thing, but in a battle, it should be authentic. My argument is, nah. I don't agree with that at all. To me, it's actually more authentic than a sample, right? Like if he just went and took a Betty Wright sample or a Patti LaBelle sample and looped it into a hook. To me, that would be less original because the AI chorus, he still has to create the chorus. He's creating the chorus. He's the words that are being sung in the chorus are his words. It's just that he's using that AI chorus or filter or however it works. I don't know what the system is called to actually make the sound, right? Sound the way he wants to sound, like it's a chorus, like a chorus singing, like a gospel chorus singing, or whatever the case may be, but it's still more the originality of it. It's not a sample. You know what I mean? To me, a sample would be more or less original. Like that brings me, so I do agree that in a battle such as this, that everything in this battle should be an original thought. Now, that could include your producer. If your producer's riding with you, cool. Y'all collaborate, put something together, and do it cool. But it should be an original thought between you and your producer from start to finish, right? That was one of the things, like I remember when Goods did the Eminem joint, right? And everybody was like, yo, that's his best record. Like, oh, I like the Eminem joint. I didn't like the Eminem. I thought the record was cool, but I flagged him on that. I threw the flag on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was, to me, that was a 10-8 round. That was a 10-8 round for Millz. The reason why is because nothing about that record by Goods was original at all. Like, to me, like the bars, things that he said, but even the way, you in a battle, right? Now this is a battle of intellect, minds, all of that. Because that's what rapping is. That's where it comes from, right? Your intellect, your mind, your creativity. And you're using that to battle someone. So for you to go and take someone else's record, a big record for Eminem, this is a major record for Eminem, you took the beat, you took the video idea, the sitting down in the room talking, you took that. You even took the actual cadence, how he flowed in the record. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? You even what you said was on the lines of what M was saying. You know what I mean? Like, like as far as like you used to be this and you used to be that, and like you even took that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like everything, you stole everything. So to me, it was no originality into that record. So to me, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like you took Eminem's idea to battle me with it. I just didn't think that would be cool. Like that was cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like if that's the case, then you can go back and take all diss records, greatest diss records in history, and take the beat, the cadence, and everything, and just replace the words. Like you can go take Hit 'Em Up and just take the whole beat, everything, his whole cadence, and just flip the words. You know what I'm saying? You can take No Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? You can go and take Common, I See the Bitch in You. You can go take Ether. You can take whatever, Super Ugly. You can take whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And then just replace the words. Hell, you can go and take 50 robbing the industry and replace the words. And diss everybody. Like, you see what I'm saying? So to me, I thought that was just a bad, like as soon as I heard that, I was like, to me, it was a wasted round. Like, you know what I mean? To me, Goods, his last joint was his best joint, and that was the only joint to me that even landed. Because I didn't give him no credit for the Eminem joint at all. Like, that was like, I didn't even listen to the whole record. I was that disappointed. I just couldn't believe, I was like, what? Like, nah. And I'm reading it, I'm like, how is Cats letting him get away with this? Like, I just thought that was crazy. But when it comes to the AI choruses, I think that's originality. I think, you know what I'm saying? Now, what I will say is, I do think he using it too much, right? Too long, too much, right? This joint, he just Verbin. It was a cool record. I gave him probably a 7.5. I believe I know why he didn't put out, his nuclear missile. Because I think he is like, yo, I don't even know if this nigga's going to rap. You know what I mean? Let me just throw something out there, bait him in. He probably going to feel, okay, this is real beatable, and which is a very beatable round. And then he going to come out crazy. You know what I'm saying? After Verb drop. That's what I would have did. I wouldn't have dropped my best record, especially with a cat that, you know what I mean, you've been trying to get the rap for over a month. You know what I'm saying? Why would you go and drop your best record? You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have did that. I would have did the same thing. But I just think that he's using the AI chorus too much. I like the record. I think he was saying some the Castaway Tom Hanks scheme was wicked. I catch little subtle things, like when he said my kids going on a trip, man, I get you together. Like, you know what I mean? If you're a father, you're a parent, you know what I'm saying? I've been a single parent. So I remember getting my daughter together, for school. So I got that reference. It clicked, you know what I mean, with me. So I think he, you know what I mean? I think the record was overall, I gave him a good solid 7, you know what I'm saying, on the record. You know what I'm saying? I hear people saying 7.5, 8. I don't think it's over a 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was all right. I think it was a cool record. It was a above average record, you know what I mean? Because he the reason why I give him a 7 on that record is because he was attacking his opponent. Now, if Millz was just rapping, just spitting any other bars, what you would call like a freestyle rap where it was no nothing direct, just swinging from bar to bar. I used to call it monkey barring. Back when I used to rap, like I used to come in here with the monkey bars. That's what I used to call it. You dig what I'm saying? But some called it freestyling and whatever, But because he attacked his opponent, I have to give him a 7. Now, if that was just a regular record and he was just rapping, I probably would have gave the record maybe a 5.56. I wasn't that impressed with the record. Again, Millz isn't a very intricate rapper. He's more punchy, directly in your face. Now, what I want to get to is when people say like, oh, well, you know, because this is the edge that Verb has, because you got to think, Millz got thousands of songs, right? Thousands of songs. Or let me say it like this. Millz got thousands of verses, thousands of bars, thousands. So Verb might got 500 bars out there as far as records, not battle rap. You know what I mean? So Millz, what I'm saying is Millz has used a lot of material, a lot of thoughts, fire bars. He's used it. A lot of stuff he's used on just even recently, battling 2 other cats. You know what I'm saying? He's already used a lot of material. So he has to, whereas Verb hasn't. He's still got a lot of fresh material that he can use that he hasn't used. And saying like for instance, when people talk about Eminem and Jay-Z, they go, well, M killed Jay on that song, Renegade, right? I didn't feel like he killed Jay on the record. I just felt like, what I looked at it though was, Jay is doing an entire album. He's doing a whole album. And so if you saying M killed him on one song, one verse, well, think about the whole entire album. Let's say Jay was just doing that verse and he wasn't working on the album. Think about all the fire shit he said on that album, and he condensed it into one verse. Took this, and put it into one verse. It wouldn't even have been close, but he's working on a whole entire album. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of material. He probably getting to it like it's just another song. He might even be looking at it like, yo, I got M on this song. I want M to carry the song so I can sell it. I'm getting the money. I'm not even trying to, I don't gotta work hard on this record. I ain't gotta be crazy on this record because I got M on the record. And M's gonna sell the record for me. You know, that's what I'm paying him for. I'm not paying him to do this record so I can do all the heavy lifting. This is Eminem. Like, he got a fan. I'm gonna tap into his fan base. I'm gonna fall back on the record. Maybe that's how he looked at it. You know what I mean? I probably would look at it like that. You know, when you're doing a whole project. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying here in this case with Millz. Millz got a lot of material out there. He just said he was working on the Black Glove Millsy album. Probably finished it, I'm assuming, or whatever. That's an advantage to Verb, because Millz has used a lot of material, now at the same time, when you are in creative writing mode, sometimes them shits just keep, you open that gate and it's just like the ideas just keep coming to be endless. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Millz gonna attack his opponent, so he can't just say whatever. He can't be rapping about mountains and cars and jewelry and money and whatever else. That ain't got nothing to do with Verb. You know what I mean? So it does kind of, bring it right back home. But, again, I just wanted to say, I don't feel as though the AI, I hear people saying about that. I heard Verb, oh, he doing the same old thing with the AI chorus and yada, yada, yada. I kind of agree with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right. Now, if you come out with a fly-ass AI chorus, cool. But just chanting and flipping the hook, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, all right. You know what I mean? And that might even be why I'm saying it's a 7. If he did a different chorus, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because we really haven't heard Millz through this battle do a fire chorus. Because his last record, Going At Goods, I didn't really like his chorus. And it wasn't an AI chorus. You know what I mean? Like, I forget how the joint went. You wasted my time. He was flipping some song. I could be fucking my wife, whatever it was. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. But I didn't dig it. So, maybe he ain't great at choruses. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think, I think he need to fall back on that a little bit. Maybe do it as an intro to the song, just an intro, and then go in. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think plus at some point it become like, if you're going to use the AI chorus, now you gotta top what you already did with it. You see what I'm saying? So now you kind of you battling yourself now. You see what I'm saying? Because now you gotta top, like, if we hear something, it ain't nowhere near as Never Been Outside. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that when he flipped DNA's chorus, that was fly because, not when he flipped DNA's slogan against Goods, that was fly because it was like, oh, she took his man chorus and and he kind of tried to do the same thing with this. We on Go Time and all that, but it's not Showtime. But just like I said, it's now you gotta do it better than what you did before. So you kind of, like I said, you're battling yourself at that point. So, but I feel like the AI choruses is cool as long as it's creative, long as you don't beat it down. In fact, I give points for the originality of it. In fact, that's what hurt Goods. Because when Goods tried to do it, it was like, oh, this ain't original for you. And, either Goods didn't understand that or, he just didn't get it. Because Goods was, his argument was, oh, AI choruses ain't original. And, because everybody's like, yo, you biting Millz. But he was like, well, that's not original. But that's not what we were saying when we were saying you biting Millz. What we saying is that you're not coming up with your own creativity. You dig what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I'm here for it. Man. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? If anything else pop up, I might hop back on this hole again. You know what I'm saying? And just rap. I don't know. I'm starting to like this little, chilling, Because usually when I'm in this one, I'm just playing the video game. So this give me another reason to use this room. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, I'm out of here, man. I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all be good, be safe.